EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And able to get this out to the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. The bottom line, how do they get a win? Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Stroud looking to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now, this defense for the Lions, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Here's Tommy Townsend on the punt. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Lions will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit. As they come out for their first possession. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Goff now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And that's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. Here's Goff. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down. The Lions at 10-3 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Brian Brzee, the man to bring him down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 48 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long out.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs. That's his 18th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Texans offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Jaden Higgins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
2 for a 66.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. You look at the defense for these Texans. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Already.
Mixing up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing now is Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. He's got space past the 25. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Now they go screen. It's complete. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Gone. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
There's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. From the gun, here's Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that last throw, not going to count for much in the grand scheme of things, but it does move him over 3,000 yards passing for the season. 7-7, our score after one. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
To the left side, he finds Tesla. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Goff now looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Handoff now to Gibbs. Gets past 1 man. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Goff. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
St. Brown, a gain of 12, brings up 3rd down and 8.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. To the air again. Goff. They'll go right back to St. Brown. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
This is 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. And he takes it down at 40 with a pickup of 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go. Swap. Good.
Stroud. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
19. Outside.
Now Stroud. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jaden Higgins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn and up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jameer Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
At the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Gone. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. To throw is gone. And it is caught. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
180!
Out of the gun. Gone. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Goff throwing again. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
After the interception, here's Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
Sly able to put this one through. So halftime straight ahead. It is all right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Off play action. Here's Goff.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming down. He told him, if you don't take care of this football.
Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Jahmyr Gibbs
with his 2nd touchdown of of the afternoon. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. Well, I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. Busts through the tackle. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Play action. Stroud now. Dumps it off to Mixon. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Stroud looking to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Texans send the punter out. As he'll come on to kick this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jahmyr Gibbs in the Lions offense getting set once again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 37-yard line. 163 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now Goff. Man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. Give him 11 yards and time and a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 70. And the Lions have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Sly on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out comes Houston. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics.
Back to Mixon on second down. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
That is caught at the 7.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. It's Brian Blanche with it.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where you just shouldn't have thrown the football. And then ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Texans 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To Mixon on the check down. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Stroud out of the gun here. He'll let this go deep for Collins.
Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins
this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had it quoted back to us, well, you know something, when you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
And Gibbs has it.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Call. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs.
Now he's loose again.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Houston set to take over. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Stroud to throw it. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
At the 34-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw.
Open man is Higgins. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, is the punt team sending this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Goff now looking to throw. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good. For the Lions, first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Detroit.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Black 20.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Kamari Lassiter on the coverage.
They'll try to middle with Montgomery. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
180.
First down. Here's the run to Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Texans' 43-yard line.
180.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for the Lions. First down. 1st and 10.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
They hand off to their big tight end. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try the air now with Goff. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Texans 27. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And now out comes Houston.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. He's got it to Collins, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
And the Texans first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And the Texans first down.
Stroud.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Well, they'll go play action here with Stroud. Caught left side. Here's Dell.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards.
Second down.
And it'll be 2nd down.
40-yard line.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Stroud.
A loss of 8 that time. And it brings up 3rd down.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground. but both really started to come in sync.